Hello everyone. Now in this series of DAX function here we are going to start with the logical functions category, and to start with I'm going to choose if functions. So here we will be starting with if, and I will give you the advanced level of it, which is nested if, right? So let's talk about the if function. So like I said, it's a logical functions where we primarily say if a condition meets to the if a condition meets, or if a condition turns out to be true, then what is the output that you want to produce? If it does not turns out to be true, then what is the output that you want to produce? So that's what we do using the if logical function. Okay, so primarily if I have to extend it, then I can say if then else, which means if condition is true, then what? If it is not true, then what? So that's how it comes. So if is the logical condition. If that is turning out to be true, then what to produce, else what to produce. So for example, let's try to understand this with the help of an example. Here we got the data where you can see the bill amount for each of the customer by the product line, right? Now in the third column, which is bill amount, if you notice over here, if I want to categorize the customers, whether they are premium or classic customers, basis on their bill amount, right? So let's say if I want to have something like where the transaction amount is greater than 3500, I want to tell them premium. If it is less than 3500, I want to tell them classic. So if I have to write the formula, it will go something like this. I would require to start with saying if, then put the logic, and then put the value when the logic turns out to be true, and then put the value when the logic turns out to be the false. So if I translate into the actual formula, then this is how it will look like. So here you can see the bill amount greater than 3500, which is my logic. If it is true, then I want to produce premium. If it is false, then I want to produce classics. So now let me take you to the Power BI and help you understand this with the help of an example. Okay, so for that matter, let's just go ahead and create a column from here, and as soon as I click that, it's gonna give me a new column which is called, let's say, if check. All right, I'm going to give it a name called if check. Okay, and over here I would say if bill amount greater than 3500, then what is the value that it should produce? It should produce premium, right? That I need to put in double quote. Sorry, premium. Okay, if it is not true, then I want to say it classic. All right, now let's just hit enter and let's just see what happens. Okay, so we got it right. Now if I want to sort it, let me do this. Okay, so you see all of these values are okay. Let me sort it basis on the amount instead of sorting it basis on the, okay, let me put it in descending order. Okay, so now if you see, all of these amounts are greater than 3500, right? So that's where it call it premium, and whatever is less than 3500, it is flagged as classic. Now let me take you to the nested if function. What does that mean? So to extend it further, again we are going to consider the same data, but this time we want to say wherever the transaction amount is greater than 3500, just say that premium, but wherever the transaction amount is greater than 2000, say that only as classic, and wherever it is greater than, or whatever is left out, rather I can say, let's say it general. So we are to achieve this, we would require to combine two if functions. How do we do that? So that the function should look something like this. The first line which you see over here, that is the first condition. Give your first logic, which is greater than 3500, then the value when it turns out to be true, which will be premium. Then give the second logic, which should be if the if the bill amount is greater than 2000, then what value should be produced, which is classic. If neither of these two condition meets, then what is the value we want to produce, which is general, right? So the formula should look something like this. Now I'll quickly take you to the Power BI and we'll try to help you understand with the help of an example. Okay, now let's just create another column over here, and I'm going to name this column as nested if. Nested if. All right, and here comes the function if. So the bill amount greater than 3500, then I want to say it. What exactly that I need to say? Premium. All right, now I need to start another if, because I need to make classic and general both. If I directly put classic, then it will turn out to be that the system will understand wherever the condition is false, produce classic, right? Which we did in this over here. But here we want to do it nested. So that's where we need to extend it a bit. Let me make it a little bigger. All right, so that it could be easy for you to see. Okay, now the next one, next again I need to start if condition, and then again I need to say bill amount greater than 2000, then say classic. Else, if neither of these two condition meets, then produce the value as general. All right, so the first bracket is closed, then the last bracket is closed. Just hit enter and you see what you're gonna get over here. As soon as you do that, just close that, and over here you see premium, classic and general. You got all these three values. Right, so this is how we can use the nested function. I highly encourage you to go ahead and try to do multiple ifs, right? So into this, if let's say if this is your second condition, after this if you want to start another condition, again you can start with if and put the condition and then again put it, right? So this is how I highly encourage you that you go ahead and try this at your own, and let me know if you face any difficulty into the comment section. Let me know that, and I'll definitely try to help you out to my best. Okay, thanks once again, wish you very good luck.